My name is Charlie, and I work for DLF. I'm from Banks, Oregon, which is about 25 miles west of Portland on the way to the coast, home of the Banks Barbecue, Tractor Pull, and Combine Demolition Derby. Just the family and community atmosphere that I grew up in a small town where everybody was in everybody's business, but everybody was always there for you. Growing up in a small community with all of your relatives and family and friends, you have to learn to have conflict and work through that because you're going to see everybody at funerals and weddings and all of that. And here in my job today, I have to do that same thing with my growers. As we have problems, we have to learn to work through them, and in order to get to a successful conclusion, because we're all still going to be in the same boat together tomorrow. Growing up in high school, I was really involved in high school agriculture and FFA, and I worked on a grass seed farm for Scott Bernard's up in Carlton, doing all kinds of jobs, working in a small granary. And I always wanted to teach high school. I went to Oregon State and got my master's in agricultural education, but I also got my bachelor's in agricultural business management with a minor in crops because since I was in high school, if teaching didn't work out, my plan was to be a grass seed field guy. And after 11 years teaching high school agriculture, I moved on to Plan B, and here I am. DLF is a solid company. I'd known that from their reputation, and I haven't been let down. I wanted somewhere where I could build a career and where I could grow both personally and professionally. And that's where I found it here. In grower services, we work with a lot of different people throughout our organization. Our job is to get the seed off the research farm here, get it into the hands of the grower who are going to multiply that. We have to work with sales and blender processors and warehouses to get that seed moved in and know what quality it's going to be, what types of bags, and to work with accounting to make sure that our growers are getting paid in a timely manner. I think that for me to be successful, I need to have all of my grower services team, sales staff, warehouse, we all have to be functioning together. And I think the family atmosphere we have here at DLF really allows us to work well together and to know each other on a personal level to a point where we can develop trust. Over the years, as people have left and my role has changed, I've taken on more and more responsibility. I've been able to grow personally and professionally, and taking on seed stock management, taking on new species, helping with negotiating contracts, and I really feel like my contributions are helpful to the direction of DLF. I really enjoy looking ahead and trying to figure out what it is we're going to be selling in 2, 3, 4 years and solve the puzzle of how do we have enough seed to plant. This year we have a lot of seed that's going in the ground, and as DLF grows, I'm proud that we have the seed that is in place because of the planning we did years ago. And I hope that the planning I'm doing today will help us to continue to grow for years to come. I think trust and respect is really what makes DLF stand apart. Being seed people, owned by farmers, we want to be seed people. We're not a big corporation where seed is just part of our business. It is our business, and it's what we want to do. Right now, I really enjoy going camping. I always have. My family grew up in the scouting program, and we camp once a month all year round. So I really enjoy getting outdoors, and getting over to the coast to do that. I also recently bought a house and it had no yard, so there's a lot of yard work involved with that. My wife gives me a bad time because I've never been out of the country. I did just get a passport a year and a half ago, but I'd like to travel. I'd like to go to Rome and go on some pilgrimages there and take my wife to Hawaii. I've got a really good idea for a kid's book, and I've been working on it for a few years, and I'm not a real good writer, but I'm hoping to get that project off the ground one of these days. Back in high school, I was a state forestry champion and went and competed in nationals in the forestry competition. And I also won the state extemporaneous public speaking contest and just really enjoyed participating in FFA. And I enjoyed raising sheep when I had that chance. So parts of my life we've had flocks of sheep.
My name is Janelle and I work for DLF.